Definition of ready? I don't need it. Well, you do, otherwise your agile team is gonna fail. In this video, I will explain why the definition of ready is the most important agreement that you need to establish within your team, and why, as a BA, you must do it before you add a single user story to the backlog. I will also give you the exact template of the definition of ready that you'll be able to use. Stick around, it's going to be very practical. Hi, I'm Sergey Shimansky, and on this channel I teach business analysts how to take ownership of their careers and live a happy professional life. If you're here for the first time, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the new videos that we publish on this channel. Thank you. I bet you have been in situations where you were unable to answer one of these very simple questions. Do we have enough user stories to start the sprint? Are the user stories clearly defined and understood by all of the team members? Have all dependencies been identified and resolved? Is the story testable and are the testing criteria clearly defined? All these questions are tightly dependent on the concept of readiness, so let's see what ready means. According to the Scrum Guide, product backlog items that can be done by the Scrum team within one sprint are deemed ready for selection in a sprint planning event. So in other words, the user story is ready when it can be picked up by your Scrum team to be included in the sprint and will be fully done within one sprint. Alright, there are several things that we need to unpack here. First is that the user story is clear to your team and there are no unresolved dependencies, so it can be included in the upcoming sprint. And even in simpler terms, the software developer may start working on this story today without any help or explanation from you. And second, the user story is small enough to be fully accomplished or done within one sprint. There's a very common misconception surrounding readiness. Many believe that when a story is approved by the product owner, it is automatically considered ready. And this is wrong. You should never mix approved and ready. They're not the same. Have you ever been in a situation where the story has been approved by the product owner, then you bring it to the sprint planning, and then your team starts asking questions. They start bringing some new ideas. They dare to challenge your requirements and acceptance criteria. Or even if there are no more questions, there still may be unresolved dependencies, like another feature must be fully implemented first before you start working on this user story. So approved by the product owner is a very important condition, but it's not enough for the story to be considered ready. Alright, so now as I promised, let's look at a very specific template of the definition of ready. Alright, you ready? User story has a value statement. As a persona, I want to have a capability so that I achieve my goals. User story is created in Jira. User story is linked to an epic in Jira. User story has acceptance criteria identified and captured in Jira. User story has a technical specification attached to it, including annotated UI wireframes. User story has complexity estimates in story points. The size of the user story is no more than 5 story points. User story and its acceptance criteria are approved by the product owner. User story has been presented to the Scrum team at the backlog refinement session. All dependencies are identified and resolved before the start of the implementation of this user story. Now, of course, it's your team that must collectively agree on what ready means for this particular team in the context of the particular project or product that you're building. But of course, you can help them significantly by sharing this template that I just gave you so that you may use it as a starting point, but then of course adjust it to your reality. Hey friend, I want to give you a gift for hanging out with me today. It's an invitation to a free User Stories Development webinar where we'll discuss why the old methods of talking about user stories no longer work and what you need to do and know to stay ahead of the competition and bring the most value to Agile team. Again, it's absolutely free. Register today using the link in the description. So what do you think? Would you agree that the definition of ready is a critical element that you need to establish right from the get-go on your Agile team, especially if you're a BA? Let me know in the comments. And if you disagree, especially, put your thoughts down below and let's discuss. Thanks for sticking around. I'm Sergey Shimansky. Have a great day.